Have you ever noticed how often people tell us, drink your milk, it's good for your bones? Maybe you've heard it since childhood, and for many years, a glass of cow's milk was seen as the ultimate source of calcium. But as we get older, our bodies change. Some of us find milk hard to digest, others may not enjoy the taste anymore, and some are even told by their doctors to cut back on dairy. And here's the surprising truth: cow's milk isn't the only way, or even the best way, for seniors to get the calcium we need to keep our bones strong and our bodies active. That's what today's video is all about. We're going to explore natural, calcium-rich foods that can easily replace cow's milk in your diet. These are simple, everyday foods that you can find in most kitchens or at your local market, and many of them may already be a part of your meals. You just might not realize how powerful they are for your health. Think of this as discovering little treasures that can strengthen your bones, protect your heart, and keep you moving with confidence, all without having to rely on a carton of milk. Now, why is calcium so important, especially for those of us in our 60s and beyond? Calcium isn't just about bones, though that's a big part of it. Strong bones mean less risk of fractures if we fall, which is a major concern as we age. But calcium also plays a key role in muscle function, nerve signaling, and even keeping our hearts beating steadily. Without enough calcium, our bodies literally borrow it from our bones, making them weaker over time. That's why finding natural, reliable sources of calcium is one of the smartest things we can do for our long-term health. Let's start with one of the most surprising sources of calcium: leafy green vegetables. You've probably heard that spinach, kale, and collard greens are healthy, but did you know that some of these greens contain just as much calcium as a glass of milk? For example, cooked kale and collard greens can give you a big boost of calcium in just one serving. And here's the good news: they also come with bonus nutrients like vitamin K and magnesium, which work hand in hand with calcium to build stronger bones. Imagine this: instead of forcing down a glass of milk that makes your stomach rumble, you enjoy a warm plate of sautéed greens with a drizzle of olive oil and a sprinkle of garlic. Not only are you getting calcium, but you're also filling your body with fiber, antioxidants, and heart-friendly nutrients. It's like giving your bones a hug and your heart a smile at the same time. And if you enjoy soups or stews, tossing in some collard greens or bok choy is an easy way to sneak in even more calcium without making it feel like a chore. Another wonderful source of calcium comes from an unlikely place: seeds. Tiny as they may look, seeds like sesame, chia, and flax are bursting with nutrition. Just 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds can give you a solid dose of calcium, and chia seeds are not far behind. You can sprinkle sesame seeds on your stir-fry, mix chia seeds into your yogurt or oatmeal, or even add flax seeds into your bread or smoothie. It's such a simple change, yet the benefits add up quickly. Let's take chia seeds for example. When you add them to water or milk alternatives, they puff up and form a jelly-like texture, making them perfect for puddings or adding thickness to smoothies. Not only are you getting calcium, but you're also nourishing your body with omega-3 fatty acids, which support brain health and reduce inflammation. For seniors, that means helping your memory stay sharp and your joints stay comfortable. Who would have thought such tiny seeds could carry such big benefits? Speaking of tiny but mighty, let's talk about beans. Yes, the humble beans that may already be part of your soups, stews, or salads. Beans like white beans, navy beans, and even chickpeas are excellent sources of calcium. They're affordable, versatile, and easy to prepare in bulk. Imagine a hearty bowl of bean soup on a cool evening, comforting and satisfying, while at the same time protecting your bones and muscles. What makes beans especially valuable is that they also contain protein and fiber. As we age, Keeping up with protein intake is crucial for maintaining muscle mass, and fiber helps keep our digestion smooth and our cholesterol levels balanced. So by adding beans to your meals, you're not just replacing milk, you're actually getting a much more complete package of nutrients. And here's a simple tip: if you're buying canned beans, rinse them under water before cooking to reduce the sodium content. That way, you get all the benefits without the extra salt. And I can't forget to mention almonds. Many people love snacking on a handful of almonds, but not everyone realizes they're also an excellent source of calcium. Just a small portion each day can give your bones a steady supply of this vital mineral. Almonds also provide healthy fats, vitamin E, and magnesium, nutrients that support heart health and brain function. Imagine having a mid-afternoon snack of almonds with a cup of herbal tea instead of a sugary cookie. It satisfies the craving, gives you lasting energy, and keeps your bones strong at the same time. What's wonderful about almonds is how versatile they are. You can eat them raw, roasted, or even blend them into almond butter. And if you're someone who misses the idea of drinking milk, almond milk, especially if it's fortified, can be a gentle and delicious alternative to cow's milk. You can pour it over cereal, blend it into smoothies, or simply enjoy a chilled glass on its own. As we look at all these options, leafy greens, seeds, beans, almonds, it becomes clear that cow's milk isn't the only hero when it comes to calcium. In fact, nature has given us so many alternatives that taste good, are easy to digest, and often provide even more health benefits than milk itself. The best part is, you don't need to overhaul your entire diet. Small changes, like adding an extra serving of greens at dinner or sprinkling seeds on your morning oatmeal, can make a real difference over time. When you start seeing food as more than just something to fill your stomach, and instead as a way to strengthen your body and protect your future, that's when the magic happens. Every bite becomes an investment in your independence, your mobility, and your overall joy of life. After all, who doesn't want to stay active, keep up with grandchildren, or simply enjoy long walks without worrying about fragile bones? And this is only the beginning. We've uncovered some of the simplest, most accessible foods that can easily give you the calcium your body needs. But there are still more surprising, powerful options waiting to be discovered, foods that you might not expect, yet they carry incredible potential to keep you strong and healthy as the years go by. We've already seen how leafy greens, seeds, beans, and almonds can provide a strong foundation of calcium without relying on cow's milk. But the list doesn't end there. In fact, some of the most surprising sources of calcium come from foods that are either tucked away in the pantry or already part of traditional meals. They're not only packed with this bone-strengthening mineral but also bring along other nutrients that keep us feeling energized, sharp, and resilient as we age. Let's start with one that might surprise you: sardines. Yes, those little fish that come in cans. Many people overlook them, but they're like a secret weapon for bone health. The reason sardines are so rich in calcium isn't just the fish itself, it's the tiny edible bones inside. When you eat sardines, you're actually giving your body a direct dose of calcium, almost as if you were eating tiny little supplements from nature. And don't worry, the bones are soft and barely noticeable when you chew. But sardines offer much more than calcium. They're also loaded with vitamin D, which is crucial because vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium properly. Without it, much of the calcium we eat simply passes through without being used. Think of calcium and vitamin D as best friends, they work together to keep bones strong and steady. Plus, sardines bring omega-3 fatty acids into the mix, which are powerful for heart health and for reducing inflammation in the joints. Imagine this: one simple sardine sandwich or a topping on crackers can give you a triple win for bones, heart, and joints, all in a single snack. Now, if sardines aren't your favorite, don't worry. Other small fish like anchovies or even salmon with bones can provide similar benefits. The key here is embracing the whole food, bones and all, because that's where nature stores the calcium. Another surprising champion is tofu. For anyone who enjoys lighter, plant-based meals, tofu is a fantastic way to support bone health. What makes tofu especially beneficial is that many varieties are made with calcium sulfate, meaning they're naturally fortified with calcium during the cooking process. Depending on the brand, a single serving of tofu can actually rival a glass of milk in calcium content. Tofu is also very versatile. You can stir-fry it with vegetables, add it to soups, or blend it into smoothies without changing the flavor too much. For those who might not love the texture of plain tofu, there are firmer versions that can be baked or grilled, giving them a crispy edge that's both tasty and satisfying. And let's not forget, because tofu is made from soybeans, it's a wonderful source of plant-based protein. That means it not only helps your bones but also supports your muscles, which are just as important for staying strong and independent in our later years. While we're on the subject of plant-based foods, let's talk about one that many of us enjoy regularly but may not recognize for its calcium power: oranges. Yes, the fruit we usually associate with vitamin C also carries a fair amount of calcium, especially in certain fortified juices. A medium orange can provide more calcium than you might expect, and if you're drinking calcium-fortified orange juice, the benefits are even higher. The beauty of oranges is that they bring a double benefit. Vitamin C supports collagen production, which helps maintain the structure of bones and joints, while calcium directly strengthens bone density. Together, they act like a team that protects your skeleton from the inside out. And the refreshing taste of an orange or a cool glass of juice can brighten up your mornings in a way that milk simply can't. Speaking of breakfast, oats deserve a mention too. Oats themselves contain a modest amount of calcium, but what makes them truly powerful is how easily they pair with other calcium-rich foods. Imagine a warm bowl of oatmeal topped with chia seeds, almonds, and fortified almond milk. In one simple meal, you've stacked multiple calcium sources together without even thinking about it. That's the beauty of building small habits. One meal can quietly give your bones a serious advantage for the day ahead. Now, let's move to another powerhouse that many seniors already enjoy: broccoli. Yes, the green vegetable that might not have been our favorite as children is actually one of the most bone-friendly vegetables around. Broccoli contains a highly absorbable form of calcium, meaning your body can make better use of it compared to some other plant sources. On top of that, broccoli is packed with vitamin C and fiber, helping not just your bones but also your digestion and immune system. What makes broccoli special is how easy it is to add into meals. A side of steamed broccoli with dinner, a handful tossed into pasta, or even roasted broccoli with a sprinkle of olive oil can transform into a tasty, calcium-rich dish. And if you like variety, its cousins, Brussels sprouts and cauliflower, also carry similar bone-friendly benefits. While we're celebrating vegetables, let's not forget sweet potatoes. They're not extremely high in calcium on their own, but they play an important supporting role by providing magnesium and potassium, two minerals that help keep calcium balanced and effectively used in the body. Think of them as the helpers that make calcium more efficient. Plus, sweet potatoes are naturally sweet, easy to digest, and incredibly versatile. Baked, mashed, or roasted, they're a comfort food that nourishes you from the inside out. Of course, we can't have a conversation about natural calcium sources without mentioning dried fruits, especially figs. Dried figs are like little chewy packages of bone protection. Just a handful can deliver a noticeable amount of calcium, along with fiber and antioxidants. They make for a perfect snack when you want something sweet but still healthy. Pair them with almonds, and you've got yourself a calcium-rich snack that feels like a treat. Think about how all of these foods come together: sardines for their edible bones, tofu for its fortified calcium, oranges for their vitamin C boost, broccoli for its absorbable calcium, and figs for their sweet yet powerful contribution. Each one adds its own piece to the puzzle, and when combined, they create a well-rounded, nourishing diet that supports your bones without a drop of cow's milk. The most encouraging part of all this is how simple it can be to integrate these foods into your daily life. You don't need complicated recipes or expensive supplements. Instead, you can make small, enjoyable adjustments: add a few figs to your snack plate, sprinkle seeds on your salad, swap regular milk for almond or soy milk, or enjoy a side of broccoli with your dinner. Bit by bit, these changes add up, and over time, they protect the most precious thing we have: our ability to move freely, live independently, and enjoy the moments that truly matter. And as you keep building these habits, you'll notice that your meals become not just fuel but a source of healing and strength. Every bite becomes a step toward a healthier future, and that's a journey worth taking at any age. We've covered so many wonderful foods already: greens, beans, seeds, almonds, sardines, tofu, oranges, broccoli, figs, and more. But before we bring everything together, there are still a few more treasures from nature that deserve attention. These are foods that don't always get the spotlight, yet they can quietly make a big difference for your bones and overall well-being. One of the most overlooked calcium-rich foods is tahini. If you've never tried it, tahini is simply a paste made from ground sesame seeds. It's creamy, nutty, and incredibly versatile. Just one spoonful can pack in a surprising amount of calcium. You can spread it on toast, mix it into salad dressings, or add it to dips like hummus. Imagine enjoying a light snack of carrot sticks dipped in tahini: delicious, satisfying, and secretly feeding your bones at the same time. And since we mentioned hummus, chickpeas, its main ingredient, also deserve another round of applause. We touched on beans earlier, but chickpeas are especially handy because they can be enjoyed in so many forms. Roasted chickpeas make a crunchy snack, hummus can be spread on sandwiches, and cooked chickpeas can be added to soups, stews, or salads. Each bite gives you calcium along with protein, fiber, and iron, exactly the kind of package our bodies appreciate as we age. Another hidden gem for calcium is amaranth. It's an ancient grain, less common than rice or oats, but increasingly easy to find in health stores. Amaranth isn't just rich in calcium, it's also loaded with magnesium, protein, and iron. Cooked amaranth has a nutty flavor and can be enjoyed like porridge, mixed into soups, or even used as a rice substitute. It's a reminder that sometimes the foods with the longest history, the ones people ate thousands of years ago, are still some of the most nourishing for us today. Let's not forget about herbs, because they often carry more nutrients than we realize. Dried herbs like basil, thyme, and dill actually contain impressive amounts of calcium in small servings. Of course, we don't eat them by the spoonful, but when sprinkled regularly on vegetables, soups, or roasted meats, they add up over time. A little dash here and there can quietly boost your calcium intake while also making your meals taste more vibrant. And then, there are fortified plant-based milks and yogurts. While we've celebrated natural foods, sometimes it's smart to take advantage of modern options that are specifically enriched with calcium. Almond milk, soy milk, oat milk, and even coconut yogurts often come fortified, providing calcium levels equal to or greater than cow's milk, but without the digestive issues or cholesterol. This is especially helpful if you miss the convenience of pouring milk into your morning cereal or enjoying yogurt as a snack. Choosing fortified versions means you get the best of both worlds, traditional comfort with modern health benefits. What's important to remember here is balance. No single food is going to give you everything your body needs. The key is variety, mixing and matching these calcium-rich options throughout your week. One day it might be broccoli and tofu for dinner. The next, a breakfast of fortified almond milk with oats and chia seeds. A snack of figs and almonds here, a dollop of tahini there. By spreading these foods naturally into your daily meals, you'll create a steady stream of calcium flowing into your body, supporting your bones and muscles without even having to think about it. And while calcium is the star of the show today, we can't forget about its supporting cast. Vitamin D, magnesium, and vitamin K are all essential partners. Without enough vitamin D, calcium can't be absorbed properly. Without magnesium and vitamin K, calcium doesn't settle into the bones as effectively. That's why foods like leafy greens, fish, nuts, and fortified juices are so powerful. They bring these helpers along for the ride, creating a complete package for bone health. Now, let's pause and reflect for a moment. Think about how empowering it feels to realize that you don't have to rely on cow's milk to get strong bones. For decades, many of us believed milk was the only answer, but now you know the truth. Nature has scattered calcium across so many different foods, from the tiniest seeds to the hardiest beans, from sweet fruits to savory vegetables. All you need to do is welcome them onto your plate. And here's the beautiful part, you don't have to make these changes overnight. Start small. Add 1 or 2 of these foods into your week. Swap a dairy-based snack for a handful of almonds, or trade your regular sandwich spread for hummus. Replace your morning glass of milk with fortified soy milk. Each little step adds up, and before you know it, your bones will be thanking you for the steady care and nourishment you're giving them. Taking care of our bones isn't just about avoiding fractures or doctor's visits. It's about protecting the life we want to live. Strong bones mean being able to walk with ease, to garden without pain, to play with grandchildren on the floor and then get back up without worry. It's about keeping your independence, your mobility, and your joy. Every calcium-rich bite is like a small investment in your future self, a future where you're not held back by weak bones but instead supported by a strong, steady frame. So, as we wrap up this conversation, I want to encourage you to look at your meals differently. See them not just as food, but as opportunities. Opportunities to strengthen your body, protect your health, and live with more freedom. Calcium is just one piece of the puzzle, but it's a powerful one, and the good news is that you now have a toolbox full of natural, delicious options to get it from. If you found this video helpful, I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite calcium-rich food? Do you already enjoy some of these options, or are you excited to try something new, like figs or tahini? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. I read them all, and your ideas might inspire someone else on their journey too. And of course, don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more tips on staying healthy, strong, and happy at any age. Together, we're building a community that proves life after 60 can be full of vitality and joy. Here's to stronger bones, brighter days, and the confidence to keep living your best life, because age is just a number, but health is what truly gives us freedom.